Look how bright it is. Look how the light reflects off of it. You can even see the flowers. It's 4:13 a.m. on Monday. It's Monday morning out at the airport. I have had quite a good night. Of course, in Victoria, when it snows, everybody panics. And it was good. When I got to work, it was about 6:15 in the evening. And I got inside the car and I hit the on-off switch and nothing happened. Well, let's check the headlights. They were not on. The switch for the headlights was not on. But the switch for the top light, that thing up there, was on. And so the car was electrically dead. I had to walk home, get my car out, and grab my jumper cables. And what is going on here? Oh, it's a Jeep with a plow on it. I had to jump the taxi, get it started. Let's change hands. Oh. So started the taxi and started to work, and I was going non-stop, one after another, and I was busy the whole time. What's this guy want? Not at the moment.
I'm on McTavish.
Okay.
Are you feeling comfortable driving?
All right. We're here again. This is the second time. Just as I was leaving the airport, some guy waved me down and said that he forgot his security pass at home. So he didn't live too far away. He was actually walking into work. And I took him home so that he could get his security pass because he works here at the airport. So we got the guy his security pass, and now I dropped off at the airport again, and now I'm going to make another try for getting back to town. So I told you about the being able to get the car started by jump starting it. And then I was busy one right after another. At some point, I got sent to Broadmead Village Shopping Center, Thrifty Foods, and I was sent there for one particular customer. But there were, and she said she's going to Sydney, and there were 3 other people who were going to Sydney, and I asked her, is it okay to double up the fare? And she said, sure. We'll take these people too. So we went out to Sydney. And after I dropped off in Sydney, which is not far from the airport here, after I dropped off in Sydney, I got sent out to the ferries, the BC ferries that come from Vancouver to here. And I picked up 4 people who were going to town. So we crammed 4 more people in here and all their luggage in the back and took them to town. And then later on I got sent on another call at the bus loop because the buses were canceled. The buses were the buses were canceled. So I dropped the guy off somewhere out on the peninsula out here, and then I thought I'd take a look at the ferries again just in case there were more people. No, there were no more at the ferry, and then after I got back into town, I was falling asleep. I went to sleep, and I think I slept for an hour and a half, and then I got another call. Had a couple other little calls, and now I had this one, the one that went out to the airport. It was this couple that want to go to Hawaii. They have to catch their connecting flight at 8 o'clock, in Vancouver, but nothing's going out of here until 3 in the afternoon. So they're fucked, basically. I hate roundabouts. Okay, so now with all these trips and everything, we got some people who were quite generous, a few who were quite cheap. But basically I got about $400 on right now, which is good for 4:30 in the morning. I'm just going to go through the automatic car wash, well, when I get to town. Fuel up. I'm going to be the next driver on this car because we don't have a driver for Monday day shift. Anyways, it's been a great night. I'll talk to you sooner. All I can say is what an epic night. We're at the ferries departures. What happened is I got back into town after that run to the airport, and I had a couple of short trips, and then I had this young couple who wanted to go to the bus stop so that they could come out to the airport. I brought them to the bus stop, and then they were checking the internet, and apparently the bus lines were the bus line was canceled, or the bus wasn't going. And then so they said, okay, take us out to the airport. So I took them out to the airport. Now all the flights at the airport are delayed by a lot, so people coming out to the airport in the morning, they won't be leaving on a plane until the afternoon sometime. When I was at the airport, I was dropping people off, and this other guy comes by in a rental car saying, I got to drop this rental car off. Can you run me back to the airport from the car rental place? And I said, well, sure. So I followed him to the car rental place and brought him back to the airport. And he paid me double the fare just because it was so convenient that I was right there. And then this other guy was standing there, and he wanted to go to the ferries, which is where I am right now. Because there are no planes going out until like 3 in the afternoon or 4 in the afternoon. There's like a 7-hour. It's 6:23 right now. My shift ended 23 minutes ago. So I'm just I just brought this guy out to the ferry because he figures he'd have a better chance of taking the ferry and getting out of Vancouver, because there's no snow in Vancouver. All the snow is here on Vancouver Island. So the guy, he'll have a better chance getting a flight from Vancouver and going to where he's going. Anyhow, this is the end of my Sunday night. It was a big success. I've got about $500 on. I haven't counted it exactly, but it's somewhere. It's over 4 anyway. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow, maybe with some more snow. It's now 4:34 a.m. on Tuesday morning. It was the Monday night, and I've done quite well already. I've got about 400 on. Nothing like last night where I ended up with 530, but I got about 400 on now. It's more. They're always sending me far away in this weather to go get somebody else, and it's just awkward. Shut up. And how old is that call? No, I don't want it. It's too far away. So I'm just going through downtown. I dropped off a guy in James Bay. Now it's trying to send me to another call that's far away. And how old is the call? 421. That's a little bit younger. I think I can get a more a fresher call somewhere. I should be able to get a fresher call than that. I'm only going for fresh calls and hopefully calls that are close by. I don't want to drive far for nothing, especially in these conditions. I've been stuck about 8 times tonight. Always managed to get out, either by myself or with somebody's help, but I do not wish to get stuck again. Yeah, a lot of people needed to get around tonight. I don't know how many cars we have on right now, but at one point we had only 6 cars on. Let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. 9 cars, so the morning guys are starting to come on. It's supposed to snow all day again. There's about 5 inches or 6 inches of snow on the ground. And it's really wet snow because the temperature is about, well, it's above 2 right now, or 2 above. But I think there's more snow coming. It's still snow clouds in the sky. It's still white stuff coming down. Oh, that's a little better. 4:25. It's 12 minutes old. Oh, okay, I'll go do it. Shut up. Oh, I'll let you know if anything got better or changed or whatever as it goes along. This is just busy all night long. Well, I had a fare for $50.60 and we're out at the airport, and that is a nice way to end my night, if indeed I'm ending my night here. The time is now 5:15 and pedestrians crossing. 5:15 a.m. and look, you can see the flowers and everything. Yeah, it's been a really good night. Not as good as the night before, naturally, because I've only come out here one time. But I've got about 450, 460 on. That's acceptable for a Monday night. What an adventure. I've been stuck about 8 times in different parking lots and places. And that's because they don't clear the snow here. They don't plow a lot. And parking lots take the last priority. So it happened a few times that I got stuck. And it's still snowing. You can see the snow coming down. You can still see the snow coming. Yeah. Roundabouts are not a good thing in this kind of weather. Hear that, Monica? Roundabouts in snowy winter weather suck. Too many needless changes of direction. Yeah. So this would be the end of the Monday night. This would be Tuesday morning at 5:17. I got just enough time to get into town, head to the bank and make a deposit, and clean the car a little bit, go through the car wash. And that's the end of that. Oh yeah, did I mention that I did a drug run again? Yeah. She owes me a lot, that girl. Makes me a little nervous. But least I had 2 really good nights now with the snow. And it might do this for the rest of the week. Somebody was saying it's supposed to be like this the rest of the week. That'll be good for the pocketbook anyway. I'll be back tomorrow, let you know what's happening. It's 7:04 a.m. I'm coming back from the airport. After my last trip to the airport, or the first trip to the airport, did I make a video? I think I did. Yeah, and I shot a segment, and now when I was about here, okay, we're at coming up on Mount Newton Crossroad. I got sent to Marset Place to get somebody else, and I got stuck trying to get up his street. But that was okay. It was going uphill, so I was all right to come down. But somebody else was coming down facing me, so I had to get out of his way. And of course, these cars have the worst visibility out the back, so I couldn't see where the hell I was. I thought I was already on the street. I ended up being in the middle of the snow that was pushed to the side by the plow, and I got stuck. I got high centered because the car sits too low. Oh yeah. So it's still snowing. It's 7:05 in the morning. I managed to get unstuck because a guy with a 4x4 came along and he had a tow rope, pulled me out of that predicament, and I was able to get my customer and bring him out to the airport. So now I'm heading back to town, and yeah, lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Well, here we are again. It's once again the airport. You can see the flowers because of the light bouncing off this snow. And this was another busy night, but not quite as busy as the last 2. Tonight I did have a couple of longer trips, and now the last one is going to the airport. Oh! Okay, after dropping off at the airport at the departures, I was flagged by a security guard at the arrivals at the airport, and there were flights delayed. They got some bad storms back in Toronto and places, and so flights were delayed for 7 hours, and so now it was 6 in the morning, and they had a shortage of taxis out there because a lot of guys don't want to drive in the wet and snow and rain and, well, whatever the conditions. But as you can see, the street is pretty much cleared. Most of the main streets are cleared. There are some side streets that are still a little bit ugly, but getting around was a lot easier tonight than well, and this was the Tuesday night. The Tuesday night was a lot easier to get around than the Monday night. Monday night was the hardest. And all 3 were very profitable nights. Tonight I was going non-stop except for a little break. I think I mentioned that earlier. And now I'm done. It's 6:31 and I can't get to the car wash because it's blocked off. So I'm gonna have a dirty car. Yeah, these are sloppy conditions anyway. Well, I'll be back tomorrow maybe. I'm really tired now. I want to just go home. Daytime. It's now, what time is it? I don't even know. Oh yeah, about 8 o'clock in the morning. I forgot to shoot a video because, is it going? Yeah, it's still going. Okay. I was busy towards the end of my shift. And finally, last night, okay, now it's Thursday morning, right? So last night, that was Wednesday night, the owner showed up with snow tires on the front of the car. Finally, I went through 3 nights of summer tires in the winter in the snow, like going through streets that hadn't been plowed and all kinds of stuff like that. And this night was not as busy as the 3 nights in a row. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, they were $500 nights, all 3 of them. And then the Wednesday night was a little quieter. There were still people going places, but you know, there was one time I didn't have a trip for 2 hours. I think I did about 250, 260, maybe a little more than that. About average for a Wednesday this time of year, or maybe a little better. Anyway, it's been a stellar week so far, and I got one more night to go. Now I'm just walking home from the chiropractor's office because I had my neck stretched and my back stretched. Now I'm going to go home, eat something, have a dram or two, and go to sleep. One more night to work. Talk to you sooner. It's Friday morning. The time is 4:07, and I've got about 270 on. Yeah, something like that. That means that if you add it all up, I have grossed over $2,000 this week. That's the most I ever grossed. That's the most. I broke a record. 26 years of driving cab. In fact, yesterday was Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day 1993 was the day I started driving cab. Exactly 26 years and a day ago. And this was my best week ever, just because of those 3 $500 nights in a row. Yeah, fantastic. I'm tired, but I'm happy. And look at the snow, it's piled up quite a bit out here. I love the way the light reflects off it. It's not so dreary as the rain. Yep, ending the night with a run to the airport just like this. Fabulous. I don't have much else to say. It's just that they've been keeping me busy enough, I guess. I've had some breaks. I've gone to sleep a couple times. Yeah. It's been quite a week. I may not get anything else, it being 4:09 in the morning, but if I do get something else, that'll make it even more. But now to head back into town. And unless something memorable happens, you know the drill. I hope yours is better than mine. But that's not very likely.